see. I have to ask, what does it say? The Big Easy?
Oh.
All right.
I like that.
Y'all okay down there? Everything good? All right. They all have on the same shirt. I had to ask. So yesterday, the House voted on officially condemning you-know-who in the White House for making racist comments. But things took a very bizarre turn first, even more bizarre than what we're doing. Take a look.
These comments from the White House are disgraceful and disgusting, and these comments are racist. I urge a unanimous vote and yield back the balance of my...
I was just going to give the General Speaker of the House if she would like to rephrase that comment.
I have cleared my remarks as a parliamentarian before I read them.
I make a point of order. The gentlewoman's words are unparliamentary and are ready to be taken down.
So apparently, they did end up voting to condemn what he said, but also called out Speaker Pelosi for being out of order because of a precedent dating back to Thomas Jefferson that says you can't insult the president's character on the floor.
Oh.
Now, I don't know...
But if they're calling him a racist, that seems to be just a description.
No.
I don't see that that's an insult to some people. It's a description of what he is.
It is a remark you're not supposed to say. And you know,
why not?
Because apparently First Amendment rights work for everybody but them.
Yeah.
Because I thought you could say whatever you needed to say. That's your right to say it. That's how you feel.
Have you ever seen what Parliament does?
Yeah, well,
like,
yes.
I hate you. Like, it's nothing like what happens here.
No, but it was really interesting because I can't remember the last time I saw that happen.
Well, it was 100 years ago.
I wasn't there.
Years ago. Well, I was.
You were.
They've only been 4 previous votes to censure or condemn a president. The most recent was William Howard Taft in 1912 for trying to influence the Senate election.
Yeah.
So, oobla-dee, oobla-da, life goes on. We're still at that same point.
Well, I think what was so masterful of Nancy Pelosi, and I know people have a lot of the Democrats have been unhappy because she didn't want to start impeachment proceedings, but we all know that for this president, image is everything. Legacy is everything. You know, he really is a television personality above all else. And now it goes down in history. He goes down in history as the racist in chief. This is historic. It's going to go down in history. It's part of the historical record. And I think that's why you saw so much pushback from the Republican from Georgia, Doug Collins. He's saying, let's strike the record, let's strike the record. Well, the record wasn't stricken. He is going down as a racist. And I thought what was also so impressive and was John Lewis. I mean, John Lewis said, I know racism when I see it. I know racism when I feel it. And at the highest level of our government, there's no room for racism. Let me tell you, when John Lewis says you're a racist, right? Because he was at the forefront of the civil rights movement. And I'm just surprised that it wasn't a unanimous vote.
But there's a huge swath of people in this country who don't think that was racist. And those are the ones who are going to vote for him again. They're there.
But you know what? But they've always been there. Listen, this is not new. This is not new. We've fought this. We've marched. We've fought it. And we're going to have to keep fighting it. I thought we would have a little respite.
No.
You know, but apparently not. But you know what? We are a country that is looking at how people are responding to this, the powers that be, and saying, did you stand up to tyranny when it came? Those are the questions people are going to ask. No, you know, we don't have any tea to dump in the harbor, you know. But there's a problem, and now it's once again in everybody's face. So will it shift? Who knows? But another person who's desperately trying to talk around this issue of his racist comments is your favorite. Someone you want to be in an elevator with, Kellyanne Conway. Take a look.
If the president was not telling these 4 congresswomen to return to their supposed countries of origin, to which countries was he referring?
What's your ethnicity?
Why is that relevant to this?
No, because I'm asking you a question. My ancestors are from Ireland and Italy.
My own ethnicity is not relevant to the question I'm asking.
No, it is, because you're asking about, he said originally. He said originally from. She's so petty.
She's having a meltdown. Poor thing. She's a mess.
She
Can I
said
say
she
one
meant
thing
the
about her?
question as no disrespect. So what point was she attempting to make? That's what she said.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't really care because it's so tone deaf, and especially given the comments the president said on Twitter. What I will say is her husband is one of the most adamant, outspoken people, especially against what he interpreted as the president's tweets being racist. And my message to George Conway is start at home. Okay? Like, if me and my husband were together, no, I'm sick of this. Because he gets on his high horse on Twitter all day long. If I felt like my husband were going on TV and saying racist comments and things like this, and I were so outraged, we would be having a conversation.
Well, you don't know what goes on in their home.
But he's very, I don't know. Well, actually, I do, because they're giving joint interviews to the New York Times. And I do think that what she's doing is abhorrent right there. And I don't understand why asking anyone their ethnicity in any situation, let alone in front of the White House. But her husband is this, I'm stopping taking him seriously because I just think, like, if it were someone I was super close to that was out doing this, I would take it further than just
What
Twitter.
pisses me off is that she says she's half Italian. I cannot tolerate that. I am 92%.
Well, stop saying it. What I found, I mean, I don't understand what she meant by asking that question of the reporter. I thought it was just so inappropriate. But George Conway wrote an op-ed, I think it was in the Washington Post.
Yeah, this week.
And he is half Filipino. Right. And he said that he remembers as a child, he remembers his own mother being told, go back to your country. And he remembers how hurtful that was. And I said it on this show. I remember my grandmother being told, go back to your country. And that's so hurtful. So Kellyanne Conway, her children are also part Filipino. So I don't understand how she could not embrace this issue and condemn the man that she is working for, who is saying the same thing.
Mitch McConnell's wife
children's grandmother
came here when she was 4 years old.
Yes.
And he doesn't say that this guy is a racist.
For me, it's a paper tiger on George Conway's part because, as you said, they have children at home that are being influenced by this. And if you feel this deeply, which I do believe that he does, I can't reconcile it. And I think it's bizarre that it's a hot topic on The View.
But why doesn't Kellyanne Conway feel it deeply?
I don't disagree with you.
Right?
I think it's weird. And I think it's okay for us to say it's weird. Like, I know they're, like, sensitive about it, but...
Who's sensitive? Nobody
Kellyanne
tells me
Conway
anything.
and her husband are sensitive about
Nobody
it.
tells me anything.
I told her
when
she came on this show before, when she first started working for him, I said to her, get out now, Kellyanne.
Yes.
You still have a window to get out.
Actually, what she said is you still have a soul.
What did she say?
That's what she said to her.
Did I say that?
Yes, she
She
did.
said back.
She said, what am I going to do? You know, like, in other words, she doesn't have any...
what am I gonna
She
do?
doesn't have any other job options that are this good.
Well, if she thought they were bad then, when she gets out this time, it's going to be even worse. We'll be back.
That's true.